What's going on? It is FFS for football's sake. It is your boy Prez and your small dad Heath. Just after Father's Day, the Confederations Cup is kicked off and a bunch of other stuff. Let's get straight into it. Parma, Alessandria. Parma go up. Parma beat Alessandria 2-0. Heath, what is your word?
My word is rising.
Shout out to Phoenix.
Shout out to Phoenix. If you don't know already, Parma is a historic club.
Yeah.
They've won quite a bit in the past, and we had a chance to see them play actually against Venezia, and we were there for Venezia. We were telling the story of Venezia, but like 3 hours before the game, 2 hours before kickoff, the entire away section was nuts. It's good to see them back, and they're rising. They could very well go from Serie D to Serie C to Serie B now, and straight up to Serie A because they're that good.
Yeah,
what else we got?
Respect to them. Next up, we have Crotone manager biking 1,300 kilometers after surviving relegation to bring attention to road safety following his 14-year-old son's death 2 years ago. Very unfortunate. What is your word for that, dude?
My word is incredible for a few reasons. One, he made a promise that if this team stayed up, he would embark on this journey to Turin. I think that's where he's from. 9 days it took. He did it. If they survived, which was kind of like this whole kind of one of those bets where it's like, if we survive, we'll do it. But it's also to raise safety about biking on the road and stuff like that. So I thought it was an incredible thing. He accomplished it. Maybe something.
Also, the craziest, like, he made that bet and no one actually.
Exactly. You're like, I mean, of course, he definitely wants to do it, but when he actually did, was it like, oh crap, I actually have to do that? Like,
it's one of,
his legs are gonna.
It was one of those shaved head bets where it's like, yeah, exactly. If they do it, when like you know you don't really want to, but he did it for a good cause.
Yeah,
raised a lot of awareness, and they actually survived, which is insane.
His legs are probably looking mad good right now. Next up, Atletico Nacional, our champions of Colombia. Franco Armani has become the most successful player in club history, Argentine goalkeeper with 13 titles with his club. What is your word for that?
I'm gonna put green. He's an Argentinian. There's been a lot. When we were actually down in Colombia too recently. There's a lot of talk about him potentially playing for the Colombian national team, which is great, and you can see why. He's obviously won the most trophies in the club's history, and this is a very historic club. So, incredible thing. Hopefully, we'll see him wearing the shirt of Argentina or Colombia. He said he'd play for both, and either way, I bet his legs will look nice.
Oh yeah, legs up. Coming up next, we have Portugal versus Mexico and Cameroon versus Chile in the most important tournament in the world right now. Everybody stops for it. Everybody's watching it. It is the Confederations Cup. What is your word for that, dude?
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I did.
All of the games so far?
All the games.
All right. What was the score of the Russia-New Zealand game?
Russia blew out New Zealand. I think it was like 3-0, right? 3-0? Was it 3-0?
Are you asking the question? Oh,
there it is.
My word is VAR, Video Assistant Referee, which is a place where you can go and ruin the flow of the game. It's controversial, an offside call in the match, but regardless, I think it's good for the game because we've seen over time how much money is on the line, and you just can't get certain calls wrong. But VR is going to be a huge part of the future. They're implementing it in Major League Soccer starting after the All-Star break, which is also a weird thing to start in the middle of the season.
Yeah, like why?
To implement it, because now the ownership groups earlier in the year, even though they all agreed, are going to come back and if they miss the playoffs and say, why did we start it now, not the whole year? We didn't get the call early.
Done.
Anyway,
sort your shit out, bro.
VAR is part of the game. It's going to be here to stay, and the upside is that you get to see people's nice legs in replay over and over.
Ugh.
Wait, you're pro VAR.
I'm pro VAR.
I'm VAR-ish.
Jason behind the camera.
Hate it. Destroys the game.
Pat doing very little work behind us.
Say the right answer.
I think I hate it.
No, I don't like the principle of it because of the way it'll kill. I mean, I like the principle of it. I hate the fact that it can kill the flow of the game. Nobody wants to see the game die and turn into a baseball game.
It's also awkward when somebody scores and like they're just kind of waiting around for confirmation.
Yeah, but that's why they're doing it now. It's like it's in the testing phases. It's gonna improve and become faster and faster. And by the way, this is something that should be talked about with VAR. Did anybody see the game? Because like the referees are wearing referee clothes in the room that they're watching the VAR.
Yeah,
they're wearing.
They should be wearing like the socks and the. It's weird.
It's so weird. Like they're wearing turf shoes as if like. With all the same colors. I get it for like pan the camera, or like the director goes like cut to VAR room and it's like the refs in like
their regular clothes, just like chilling.
Yeah, and the ref with like a fucking flower T-shirt on, like sitting in a room, just casual. Like, anyways, that was a side note. Let's move on. What else we got?
Next up, Verratti demands a transfer. Is he what Barca needs?
I think it's dramatic. on a few levels. One, I think he's Barca material, but like now the price tag, this whole I think it's all media stuff that's pushing these values up higher. 80 to 100 million, they're saying it's going to cost.
Yeah.
I don't think Barca should pay that for a guy like him.
No.
I think he is Barca material. I think he fits the system and all that, blah, 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 blah. But it's just a lot of money to pay. We saw it with Pogba. Pogba, no matter how good he's going to be, no matter how good, he will never live up to that price tag. So what's the point of like setting up a guy to fail?
I think it's bullshit, to be fair. I don't like when like players come out in the news and they're like, oh, I want to leave right now. Like, that's just so weird, because imagine if that doesn't go through and you have to survive another year at PSG.
He's threatened to
exactly.
Training
it's like, come on, man, don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Next up, Donnarumma is pelted with fake dollars at the U21 Euros for not signing a new contract with his boyhood club, who he claims. I mean, what is your word, man?
My word is relax, AC Milan fans. You guys all, unless you're from Milan, like AC Milan because what? They had money and they had success, right? Yeah. So why hate on the guy who wants to go out and find money and success when you are supporting the same club for that exact same reason? Unless you're from Milan, like Frankie Paisan in our office.
I wonder what he thinks about this.
He's not from Milan.
Hey, friend. How you feeling about Donnarumma? All right.
Money and success. Money
damn.
and success. If Milan was a club in the 3rd division, do you think we talk about them regularly?
No, but I do think that as a player, if this is your boyhood club and you like claim to love it and you're kissing the badge, I mean, I know you need to get your money, but don't make it so difficult as to which the fans
pay him what he wants.
I mean, how do we not know that they didn't make him a decent
They offered
offer?
him $80,000 a week. He wants more than that. He's the #1 goalie essentially for Italy for the next 12, 14 years. He is the next Gigi Buffon. If you want to keep him there, keep him there.
We all can't be Totti.
I guess we can't all.
We can't all
you
be
know what?
Totti. That's
That's a good call. We can't all be Totti.
People who are attached to the Milans in their best eras were paying a fortune for all those guys. They have a new ownership group. That new ownership group has an opportunity to come in and set the tone by signing this guy to what would likely be a record-breaking deal. But like, that is your future. Sign him to 10 years. Put the cap of selling him at like 300-400 million. Now you've got your guy.
Yeah, that's
right up the spine of the team.
That sounds about right. You know what? Cosign.
What else we got?
Next up, rumors of Ronaldo wanting out of Spain. This I do cosign because, dude, we'll probably get arrested if he doesn't leave Spain. I feel, because let's go.
I'm saying billionaire because it's gonna. That's what it's going to take. Well, he's probably going to be a billionaire in his lifetime, but it's going to take one to be able to buy him. Out of his club. I don't know what his price tag is going to be, 130 or 140, whatever it is, and teams will be able to find ways to make that up no matter what. But I also like this because Ronaldo's been one of the guys that we haven't really, of course, like every transfer window, you get like little sprinkles of should he leave or is he going to leave or is he happy?
He's always consistent.
But like now it's actually happening, which I think could be cool because it's the first like controversial thing in a while from him.
From him, exactly. But, you know, you've always had, you got Messi with tax issues. You got Mascherano with tax issues. That's why he's leaving, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, I don't know. You know, probably a new challenge too.
He was saying the media attacks him too.
The media attacks him, but now with this tax thing, I mean, that's just how it feels to me. I feel like.
Again, this is like the Sir Alex. This is not Sir Alex, but this is the Arsene Wenger type thing where it's like this is a real high for him to be able to leave on, right?
True.
Back-to-back championship champions. They won the league. They got so they've won the double. Like, why not go somewhere else? Like, I don't know, Major League Soccer.
Ooh, LAFC, what's up? Next up, we have David Villa with a brace, 2-1 win over Seattle. Is he the greatest player in MLS history? Also, what is your word for that?
Citizen in Stefan Fry, it's David Villa! Times did really well, the shot is on! And it's him again!
I'm gonna just go with something simple. I'm gonna go with top because, well, David Villa is a guy that, you look at Robbie Keane, right? Robbie Keane was the prototype DP, but look at all the players he had around him. They built that club to win every single year, and they were almost, like they were in the running to win the championship every single year. If David Villa was in that same position, he would for sure be the best, right? The best DP ever, the best player to join this league, better than Thierry Henry, and we're not talking about like what they did beforehand, okay? We're talking about, I mean, David Villa even till recently was the top scorer for Spain in their history. But anyways, the point is that if he's on a team that's gonna win a championship, then I can give it to him. Otherwise, he's just winning games throughout the year, making the playoffs, that's not good enough. If he wants to be the best, he's gonna have to win a trophy. If he does, even just one, I'd say he's the best.
You know what? 51 goals and 18 assists in 77 matches. I mean, he tied Thierry Henry recently in less time, so you got a lot less time. And a lot less time, so you got to give him credit for. I don't like NYC, but Give the man credit. He did the job.
But he's got to win a championship. I don't care. Got to win a championship. This league is built around making the playoffs every year, and once you make the playoffs, that's when I want to see the best player of all time rise to the challenge, do what he did in regular season, and lead his team scoring goals, win a championship for your club.
Shout out to Clint Mathis, my best player of all time. Next
so
up.
You're a Red Bull fan, then.
I mean, I liked him when he was at. Whoa! No. I liked him when he was at RSL. Okay. Up next, Fla-Flu Derby. Last-minute goal from left back Miguel Tachle.
Yep. Know him.
Yep. You know him?
Know him.
Fuck yeah! To level the score against their historical rivals. What is your word for that, dude?
My word for that is, actually, this is kind of a tragic one. It's sad. It's sad. You know, this game once had 170,000 people in the stadium, and they're like 140 or 150,000 paid, which means 20,000 people extra broke into the stadium to watch these games.
Yeah.
And now the atmosphere is kind of sad. It's not the same like buzz as it once was. And this is kind of, you know, we went down there, had a World Cup, and then left. Went down there, made a bunch of money off the country, economy crashes, and left. You know, we have stadiums in the middle of a
jungle.
Forest, jungle,
Exactly.
yeah.
It's fucking
that's not
ridiculous.
it's being used as like a parking garage or something like that.
Yeah.
Or there's like a parking garage.
No,
One of the
there's
stadiums
a
is like
bus parking garage.
Yeah.
It's like
It's sad. It's sad. Brazil is the beating heart of football, and I
yeah.
hope that at a certain point fans can or the economy can get back to a point where fans can afford to go to games and support their teams because, you know, it's an incredible thing. But right now, it's just kind of sad.
It is kind of sad.
Next, what do we got?
Next up, we have Boca Juniors with a hand on the title, winning their last game 4-0 against Aldo CV with the best badge of all time. What is your word for that?
Title question mark. Because they've played 28 games in a 30-team league, but apparently they have 2 games left, which makes no sense to me. The league is super confusing. They're in a position to win. I think they're 5 points clear with 2 games to go. I don't know how they have 2 games to go. Apparently there's some sort of derby thing that plays into it. Guys, if you understand the Argentinian league, just let us know. It's super confusing. We're interested in it. We're not belittling it whatsoever. It's just really hard to understand and follow. So let us know. Hit us up in the comments. Fill us in on all the things that we don't know. When I look at a table, usually you see like, okay, 18-team league in Germany. You're going to play 34 games, right? Okay, because you don't play yourself once. So if you're a 30-team league, you'd play 29 league games. But they play 30, and there's like a derby for extra points and all kinds of
extra points and.
Anyway, guys, that is all we have for this week. Actually, for more, head over to Snapchat. We're going to do the 5 things that you may have missed from the weekend. And click this box right up here to see our boy, FIFA Frank, the Paisan Panini of the office, did a sick explainer talking to some pro FIFA gamers and why this is becoming such a big thing. Check it out. You'll love it. And until next time, from Prez and I, see you guys later. Oh, and comment.
Oh, yeah. Comment, like, subscribe. WTF, hashtag all that stuff. Bye.